Alright. Game delay going to be over soon here. Jumping ahead a little bit just to make sure we don't waste too much time here. And the draft should be getting started as well here. And I'd like to actually think about this one in quite an interesting fashion here, because Dead Nation Focus Me have been a fantastic standout this year. Damn near taking a win off of the reigning world champion in Dan Walkia back in MSI here. And now facing up one of the legendary organizations of League of Legends history with the greatest player to ever play, with Faker in the mid lane. And they actually have put Gumayushi in for their AD carry, which is very interesting and also very exciting. And this has been one of the fantastic prodigies coming out of Korea in the last year. And if they give this man Aphelios, it's going to be lights out in this match. Would be a lot of fun here. But definitely want to keep in mind that Nation Focus Me, Eevee, Arya, focusing into Utapon as well. This can be a very contentious situation. Bans coming through though. Irelia, LeBlanc, Twisted Fate, and Lee Sin being taken out. So just mid lane counters to Arya right now. And then just a mid lane and jungle. Just make sure Owner doesn't get that playmaking. And Faker just doesn't allow him to get too much done across the map. So limiting the globals. Xin Zhao going to be taken away as well. So kind of the two top tier junglers have been removed. That does put us down into a lower bracket with characters such as Graves and like maybe Lilia, which we did see quite a bit in the play-ins and did look to actually have quite a bit of potency. We have yet to see any of the rumored junglers come out. We've seen very little of the Talon, as well as the Graves, which I think is only got played once during play-ins. And the Yuumi gonna get first picked here for Keria. Oh, this is... No, here we go. We're gonna go on in with it. The cat is on the field, and it's gonna get crazy. Yuumi is showing out a lot of power right now as kind of like a soft AP carry out of the bot side. The Yuumi, the Zoomies, the heals, the pokes, the Lost Chapter. This can be a super power pick. And I think this is where actually Dead Nation Focus Me are going to secure their support. And I would expect them to pick up the Misfortune here as well. It is the most contested pick in this tournament. And it's been winning quite well. No, it looks like Utapon might actually be going for the Ezreal here. That would be a little weird right there. It would be a takeaway from what the Yuumi would normally want to get paired with. Oh, and here we go. I was just talking about Talon not showing up like we expected, but it's going to come out and come through. And the best Talon we've seen so far has actually been Mojito, who was on Galatasaray, just jumping walls, getting rotations off the map, using that mobility to the max to just get some ganks off, get some 1v2s, 2v1s, and blowing people up. So this should be a lot of good fun here. And Faker's going to grab the Graves, likely for Kana. So this should be a top lane Graves here for Kana. But this is also a blind Graves. It should be in his favor. I can't really imagine many matchups he's going to have too many problems with. I think this would open for like a Kennen counter for Eevee in the top side. And Eevee also a one-trick Urgot. So we could see him actually picking out the Urgot for the counter up here. And there's the Lilia from plans. Still going to be able to pick this one up here and should provide for a lot of good AP damage. This does open up Arya to actually go for a physical damage mid laner. Just to not detract too much or get too much value out of magic resist on the side of T1. So this is actually very interesting right now. It's a little curious about where everyone's going. The Graves should be in top lane, maybe mid lane. Talon's definitely the jungler now, especially with the recent buffs we've seen going into the Worlds patch. Bot lane entirely secured, so they can actually start to get rid of the superpower picks for Gumayushi. I would expect it to be, frankly, an Aphelios. Actually, the Aphelios was not likely now that the Yumi's been picked there. You want more protection for that Aphelios. So, but the Lucian ban would make a lot of sense. I can't really think off the top what would be another good ADC to pair with the Yuumi. The Urgot could be banned out against Eevee, so getting rid of his one of his top picks, his favorite picks. Standard, yeah. Urgot is super weird with the shotgun knees, with the fear beyond death. So keeping it simple there for Kana, making sure that there's no weird ripples in this game that they have not planned for. And just waiting for this final ban here from DFM. And gotta get rid of the Draven, which is a very good idea. Gumayushi would be quite primed for that pick here as a very aggressive and very talented AD carry. And with Zoe going to be the final ban from the side of T1. And now where is that going to leave the pick here? It's going to be top lane or mid lane, going to be secured from Detonation Focus Me. They have yet to see, at least not too much confidence. They've seen the Graves. That's most likely going top lane. They're going to give Eevee the set. So giving him a playmaking, tanky boy who can definitely put out a lot of damage with that Haymaker. And now T1 going to get their final picks off here. The Twitch hover is, I wonder if that's a favorite there for Gumayushi. And the Jhin? So that could actually be a very good sort of trap pick there. If the Prowling Q makes connection, then he can follow up with his W and really root someone down here. Now Faker's going to go for what has been a Chovy pick so far in this tournament. He's going to go for the Azir. It's going to be able to push off a lot of the dive, a lot of the engage from Detonation Focus Me. So Faker playing a pretty super careful character here. Going to be able to pretty much fight for priority in mid lane and going to be fantastic in the team fights. But this ends up actually feeling like, yeah, it's going to be a supportive AD carry for Gumayushi, and I'm not sure if that's going to be super powerful. I really feel like Keria getting on Owner and be able to go around the map and just isolate players and blow them up would be a very OP strat, while Faker and Gumayushi could just hold off the waves. So, and then Orianna's going to be the final pick here for Arya. He's got a nice, good ocean of champions from what I hear coming out of Japan. So this should actually be it's a pretty standard set of team fights here. The only skirmishing opportunities that we really see is Keria latching onto Owner and just going to find isolated opportunities against Eevee or getting Steel out or somehow catching Utapon. All right, let's see how this is going to break out. We've seen a little bit of feints for some cheeky stuff early on. I would expect Detonation Focus Me to definitely be looking for something. I would also expect, now that the T1 roster and organization have stabilized a bit, that there's going to be we might be able to get our first taste of whether or not T1 are upping their pace since the regular season, since their time in playoffs. Because T1's been a mess all year. They've made it to Worlds by like the skin of their teeth. And now we get to see how much this team's been able to round themselves out, get themselves together. Faker at the helm, running the leadership, being effectively a coach to this team right now. And it looks like we are going to get started here. Not too many crazy picks here. Ari actually taking the Airy for just adding a little bit more bonus damage and shield for himself. Aftershock for Gang on the Leona. So this actually should be this should be a more fuller powered Detonation Focus Me. As a notation, they unfortunately did not have their support at MSI, but they were able to still do a lot during that tournament. Really surprised everyone and kind of upset NA and kind of ruin their chances of getting out of the group stage here. Eevee gonna get caught out here. Prowling gonna hit. Spellpiece proc. Gold lead there for Keria. That's gonna be a nice early ward there. Kind of able to get him to that brush, get that ward down, gonna be able to spot out and be able to clearly discern where Steel is going to start out. It looks like he's gonna start blue side. They should be able to figure that out within the first minute and a half after the jungling has begun here. Owner's also going to start bot side as well on his red buff. And this may lead to actually a fight top side for the top river scuttle. But for now, I'm going to get started. I'm going to be fighting for the Pryos and for CS lost by Arya there. A little tragic. Yeah, there's an incredible amount of rage, especially coming out of those two characters. It's going to be highlighted right now that it's going to take a lot for DFM to really even get onto the two main carries of T1. And here comes the Prowling Claw. And Kana, he's with the range advantage that Kana's going to have. He's going to own this lane until he gets a little bit later. Till basically the all-in threat from Eevee is realized. Now Arya taking a little bit of poke here. Both mid laners kind of chugging their pots as they trade out here, but Faker getting a lot done here, keeping control of the wave, keeping it in his favor. And now, yep, there's decent pace here. The typical thing that we've actually seen out of the talent so far has been a full clear, which is kind of also in the favor of the Lilia as well. Both characters not with a lot before level 6, and no CC ever really on the Talon. Yeah, Evi's super low now. The heal's going to be able to come through from his passive, but Kana's going to be able to just probably zone him off again. And here comes the engage here. Gang going in here to be able to actually get the follow-up. Exhaust's going to go down to Utah, but he's super low here. I don't think they understand what's going to be coming from this, and the minion's going to come through. The Ignite's going to take down Kira's going to get the kill, and Gang a little bit too deep here right now. And Gumiu's just going to be able to chase this one down here. Gets the reload off. He's going to have to flash away. And I don't think DFM understood what they had in that situation. They did not have the chance there. There's level 3s across the board. Level 2s actually for DFM, so it looks like T1 might have just gotten level 3. But you're really not going to pull that out. The damage from the Ezreal early on is just not there. Ezreal's super powerful at level 1 because of his Mystic Shot. But after that, it gets that's super questionable. And they want this. So they catch on to Gumayushi. But Yudapon's already at half health. And then the fourth shot out from Gumayushi just helps just chunk out so much from that Ezreal. He was way too low for them to even look for that fight. Yeah. Jumps off, body blocks the Ezreal from being able to get any damage onto Gumayushi. And here comes... Oh, Faker could have to get on out. Doesn't have to burn anything for it. That's just a Hex Flash from Gang. Trying to get some pressure there for his mid lane. Give him some relief. He's a little behind the CS right now. You know, looks like bot lane Scuttle secured by DFM. Top lane secured by T1. And it looks like Owner's beginning his full clear again at the Krugs and just heading top from there. So DFM going to have not too much help here bot side for a while. And Eevee's still holding out top side here. He hasn't even teleported back in, so he's been able to sustain through all this. And it's a lot of gold actually still sitting on both 1100 on Canada. I don't even think he's backed yet. Yeah, he's not even at 50 CS yet. Yep, gonna throw that down. Oh, good Q off of Canada there. And it's gonna put Eevee into kill range right now. Owner kind of actually trying to get some steal off. He's gonna try to jump onto steal, but the burn is gonna be there, and Arya's gonna be able to win this. And Owner's gonna have to just jump away. Not like Eevee can really go for any collapse there. He's way too low, and Arya just getting bullied here by Faker from start to finish. There, I thought he was gonna get traded out at some point, but Arya is gonna have a rough time here. Oh, and the turret shots here, Eevee. Gonna be able to get the damage up, but Owner's gonna be there to help zone out and save Khan up from the situation here. I think it's gonna be where both top laners back and just walk themselves back to lane here. So right now, farm advantage is probably mostly over in T1's favor. 10 on the bot side, 10 mid basically. Just a slight lead for Steel on the Lilia, which is not too surprising with how that character just farms like a madhouse. But near 20 CS lead for Kana on the top side. Eevee having a really rough go of it, but gonna have himself a little bit of armor. Now Gumayushi might be in trouble. Steel not yet with Sleepy with the Dreamtime ultimate. Yep. Faker coming down just in case anything was going to happen. He's probably just going to grab some Starfruit, move back to lane, but his presence is noted, and that's going to put DFM on notice to keep yourselves calm. Only one TP Eevee, yep. So there is a teleport play available here for Detonation Focus Me if they could actually get themselves a ward behind Gumayushi and Keria. Keria already completing his starting to complete his quest, so should be able to actually start getting those wards out.
also pretty obvious to T1 where that advantage is. They don't actually have to make any sort of proactive play right now because they're kind of
Mm-hmm.
just passively winning out in all the lanes. Grace is getting more and more of an advantage on that top side. So you can chill, you can play it safe, and just make sure that you're not dying to any sort of a TP flank from Evie, because that was kind of the DFM bread and butter in planes. That's how they got a lot of their advantages down on the bot side, was through these cross-map plays.
Yeah, and the only difference
Mm-hmm.
with playing a Yuumi is the enemy support can obviously roam, right? You can have the push and you can win the lane and they're winning the 2v2. But if you look at carry right now, he's pairing up with owner or real power play.
Yep, and here comes the power play. This is actually what I was talking about during the draft phase, is that if you get this... Okay, no one saw that. But if you get this Pussycat attached to owner, he's going to be basically unkillable and unstoppable. And Gang might actually be in some trouble here, and I don't think anyone's going to be too scared about it. Steel is the Rapture. He's level 6. Rake's going to come on out. He's going to be able to get huge damage here onto Gang. He's going to die for it. And, oh, we might even go for more here. Faker's arrived here, but he's going to be able to knock up both. The exhaust's going to go down to Arya, so he's not going to be able to even get much done. Shockwave has already gone out here. The ultimate hits owner, but that's going to be a free 2 kills in the favor of T1. And that's the power we're talking about. Oh, and the ultimate coming out from Gumiushi. He's going to get the predict. 4th shot. Misses it. W is fall shorts as well. And Arya barely making out by the skin of his teeth here. But T1 are going to be able to go over, take this Herald here. 8 minutes into the game. First Drake has yet to be taken. A little bit slower pace on this objective area, on those objectives. But T1 able to jump. And Owner very aware of what he can do with this cat attached to him. And here we go. I'm just going to run it, get both procs of the Rake. Just needs a Q and then an auto, and then Gang's just left out to dry. Carrier's going to steal the kill, actually. The Emperor's the Ride actually kits both of them, and then they just finish off Steel. The True Shot Barrage, well done on the hit, just cannot finish it off. And Arya just can't get anything done there. And now Gumiushi just has to play passive here. If Owner's allowed to just hold on to this support and just roam all over the map and get these kills, and frankly, this really allows him to just go into Steel's jungle and bully him. Oh, here's going to be the catch out. And that is not where you want to put that concussion blast. It's going to put him into the wall here. Here comes the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, but Owner's going to arrive as well. There's going to be big damage here, and Steel's going to get burned down here. Kanna's going to be alive, and he's not going to go down. Eevee trying to get under the tower here is going to be able to get the damage off, going to be able to win that, but I think Owner's going to be able to actually secure it. That's going to be a second kill for the Talon. 2-0-2, part of 4 out of 5 kills so far. Arya trying to make his way on up there, but he cannot help his team. He cannot get ahead of these plays here. Owner, with this talent, especially when he gets to the later levels of that E, the cooldown on these walls is so low. They don't exist. They do not exist, and they do not cost anything for the mana. So Owner with carry attached to him is going to be able to just ruin detonation focus me. Like, this is going to be super powerful. And now he's going to get put on here. Rake's going to come across here. Has not put out his Q yet, I don't think. Could not get the blunt, and there it goes. So secured by Faker. This is super powerful. This is fantastic. Like, this is the pacing that I was talking about, where T1 were in quite a messy situation throughout the year, playing pretty slow or whatnot, and just rotating the cast and everything. But now Faker's in play. The recognition of where the meta's at and where the powerful plays are, what the power play is. Oh, and Steel is so low right now. The power on this talent right now is just not to be trifled with. And here he comes. Here comes Steel trying to actually get into it, but nope. Blasco, here it comes in. Ult's going to come out here, and he's just blown up. There's no chances here. And now he's gone. That's gone. So Talon, this is the pain clinic. This is the clinic that can be shown by what Talon can put on, especially when he's allowed to have the Yuumi attached to him. There's just nothing that can really be done here. Blocks out the Q. Is not even letting Yutapon get anything done here. And now Gumiushi, I wanted to see him on a major player right now, but Faker now just faking out Arya, maybe trying to just like make him burn something. Does not really have anything available. Yeah, an advantage still going in the favor of Kanna here topside here. The range is doing him a lot of good. Denying the CS here. Still a 20 CS lead here for him. Eevee still able to scrounge it together. It's only like 19, not too bad. But Owner's just shot ahead here now. 3-0-3 on this Talon. He's gotten in his boots. He's gotten his Gore Drinker. No mythics. Yeah, no mythics at all yet on the side of Detonation Focus Me. And Ezreal really does take to get to 3 items to do anything, but I don't even think we're going to be able to get to that part of the game. And now Canada going to get caught out here. Steel trying to actually get something done here. The sleep's going to come down, but he's going to be out of range. And the teleport coming in from Faker's just going to actually secure it. They're going to be able to ult him out and get a lot of good damage back onto him. But now here comes Faker. He's going to actually get the run in. He'll be able to get the kill. Goes golden, so there's not much counterplay. The Swirl Seed blocked out by Owner to prevent the extra damage. And here, and just sidestepped. Utapon is on it with these True Shot Barrages because it's the most the man can do right now. And now Owner, he's got gang in his side, and he is not concerned about that Orianna either. I think he wants more. He wants so much more here. Here comes the Shockwave. And this might actually be a big shutdown gold here. He's going to jump on it, and gang's going to burn down here. He's on fire right now. And he's going to make it out. The little shielding there from Arya saving him. But then it should focus me. They cannot keep up with these plays right now. The pacing from T1, especially from what Owner is doing, is just not playable. Steel, AV, looking at Canna here, trying to actually get the catches. No flash available. And I think they might actually be able to catch this one out. It's going to miss the slam down. And here comes the last chapter here. Eevee trying to get in on this, but he's going to actually overcommit here. Owner has arrived as well. The Haymaker's going to come out to give him a shield, but I don't think he's going to be able to run away fast enough. T1 is everywhere. Faker's arrived. Sorry, he wants Venison right now, and that's going to be a dead Lilia. This is insane right now. Okay, I haven't even looked at this yet. There's an 8,000 gold lead here at 13 minutes into the game. Your first Drake hasn't even been taken yet. Like, T1 doesn't care about Dragon Soul. They're just going to win by pure gold advantage and just off what Owner's doing. Gang, I understand you're trying to get vision in here, but Owner's going to come chase you down here. Prowling Claw's not going to be able to hit, but gang, I don't think you got much else. That's going to be 2. Going to get the Q proc. Bleed's coming through. And Gumayushi with that. And there we go. Steel caps are nice, but it's just not going to stop the blood from flowing. And now 4-0-4 here for Owner. He's got his second lethality item coming through. And Utapon trying to actually get the poke out, trying to secure this. And it's actually going to go onto the Yuumi, I believe. Yeah, it's going to go onto Yuumi, which is a really good pick there. One adjustment that I was made onto Yuumi to keep her nerf from being such a huge heal bot before was a 15%, I believe, max mana cost for the heal spell. And Area, great flash to get out of that. But I think that's going to be a mid lane turret down here. Faker's just going to take this all by himself. Owner roaming on up. Now Steel's going to be able to secure his red buff to get away, but Owner is unconcerned. He's going to chase that on down. I'm going to take these Krugs. Yeah, this is super rough here. This is unlike anything we actually even saw in play-ins here. There were certain pacings that we saw against with Peace and Red Canids, I believe. Whereas they were really getting things going, but the pace different. This is so much faster. It's just so unrelenting. Like this looks like T1 preparing for like LPL levels of game speed. Yeah, we haven't even seen damage done yet at all. Like the game's just been too action packed so far. Nope. Maybe a dive here coming on to Gumayushi. Karya's on his way. Here comes the teleport. Now gang might need to run away. Here comes the last chapter here. He's going to walk it in here. No boots on this cat either, but Candace's going to be able to come on in. Dodges a solar flare, but there's not much else to be done here. It's going to grab by Gumayushi. He gets on the scoreboard. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Oh, big damage there. Yeah, he's got the runic echoes on this Yuumi, so that Prowling Claw is going to be a reliable poke. And it's such a very pokey comp, mostly with like the Yuumi and the Azir. Not too much unless he gets a rapid fire cam, which I don't see coming in the near future for this gen. And this game's gonna be over so fast. This is gonna need to be a major blunder here. Oh, and Utapon trying to get himself out here. He's going to hit only 1 of 2 rakes here, but here comes gang. They're trying to get the shutdown gold onto the Owner, but he's going to be able to run away way too easily. The rake's going to come across, and he's about to get a triple kill here. He's actually about to blow them up here. He's going to jump over. He's going to go over and get Steel. And he's going to be able to chase it. Karya there for them as well. And that's going to be a secured kill by Karya. That's 4 dead on the side of Detonation Focus Me. Like, that is so bad. Like, GG go next here, man. 7-0-5. He's going to go back and finish off his second item. It's probably the Youmuu's Ghost Blade for extra speed and lethality. But my goodness, 3-0 and 8 on this Yuumi as well. This is... Did not expect for Yuumi to show up like this at Worlds. I had the impression for a while that Yuumi was quite dead, but it would appear that she is here ready to party. And that's going to be an inhibitor taken down as well on the bot side. Like, this is before Baron shows up. Like, technically, that's not a good idea because it's going to provide the way to constantly be pushing into Detonation Focus Me's base and allow them to kind of bridge the gap and, like, kind of have a permanent freeze. But I don't think it's really going to matter. Yutapon having to just flash and heal away. Here comes the, like, Gang. I appreciate Gang looking for plays here. It's just that it just doesn't really play out here. And that ultimate out from Canna just puts Owner just like, yeah, I could take all of them. I could kill all of them. And he gets so close to this one. He just need like an auto attack, but that's why the cat's there, just to clean up the last of it. Yeah, Carrier just able to jump around way too much. Sorry. Oh, there we go. And now here comes the opening up from Gumayushi, and that's a dead deer. Going hunting. Evie's actually got to get out here. Owner's coming from his base here. I don't think Evie's got much chance here. He's going to try to go in, but he's going to die before he even gets the showstopper off. Oh, man. This is just so destructive right now. 41k versus 26k right now. It was like a 14k lead. It was a 14k lead. The Baron's not even alive yet. We got a minute till the Baron comes up here. T1 trying to actually base race the Baron from even spawning. Big damage coming out. Oh my, Carrier is putting out massive damage here just on the Yuumi. Oh, going to be engaged here on account here. He's going to try to jump away here. Steal on the outside, nowhere near to actually engage. And Owner just goes in, blows up Arya. He has been able to survive so long. The sleep's going to come out here. Shutdown gold. Going to be going over to Steal. He gets the 1,000 gold, but there's still 4 alive on the side of T1. And Gang, Soul Leona, not going to be able to get much done here. And Faker's alive. They should be able to clear this out, finish off all these inhibitors. The death timers are not that long. So they've got like 15 seconds to finish this game off, and I don't think they're going to have too many problems with this. Nexus turret 1 and 2 down at the same time. Nexus exposed. It's 19 minutes and 45 seconds. This game is over. And T1 show up in a very powerful way here in the first game for them here. And Detonation Focus Me, I mean, they were in the match. I just don't think they ever had a chance to play the game. Because that was a stomp.